Calibre Wings would like to thank you for purchasing one of our Ultimate Vipers, and this is the instructional video that will guide you along the details of our Viper skill model. So this is the Mid Killer, the first Viper from our Ultimate Viper series. This is how it looks with the box art illustration, again courtesy of Roberto Garcia. Thank you very much, sir. And I've chosen this blue sheen for the background, along with the Viper logo that you see over there. The box has the usual format that you get with the classic cats on the side and on the back. So for the instructions to the model, visit our YouTube channel for the instructions video, which I'll be giving it right here. So without further ado, let's get into the box. Once you open up the lid, you'll be greeted by the Viper in its blister cavity against a black EVA tray. You have simple pictorials on the inner flap. That basically shows you the pilot, the option for nose being open, the leather shows you option parts on the engine nozzle, as well as the speed brakes close and open. You will see the picture of the engine being pulled out on the Dolly, as well as the detail that you can actually see the turbofans of the skilled engine through the air intake of the Viper. Upon removing the inner components from the box, you will be greeted with this blister that holds the engine dolly, as well as the cartridge of the lower belly of the model for in-flight mode. The main blister contains the limited edition card, the model itself, and the various parts. So let's get into more details. The model comes with landing gear pre-installed. You can attach the horizontal stabilizers simply by putting the pack into the hole. It requires a bit of pressure as the hole contains a rubber washer that will hold the horizontal stabilizer snugly in place. So on the port side, similarly, we attach the part. And then we can go ahead to attach the fuel tanks and ordnance. The ordnance are already positioned so that it fits starboard side on the right side and port side on the left side. The attachment points of each part conforms to each wing, meaning that you will have difficulty attaching the right side parts to the left wing and vice versa. We can work from inside out. Attaching the parts are simple. You simply locate the packs, and it attaches. Likewise for the other pylons. And finally, on the wingtip pylon, where the MRAM is located, you simply put slot to hole. The same can be done on the other side. Once completed, this is how your model will look like with the Ordnance underwing affixed. The port in the center line can also be removed and attached back via the peg. The extra nose component is housed in this cavity. This is the nose for which to display with the radar exposed. To switch between exposing the radar, simply remove the nose and attach the other option part. Likewise, simply remove the part and reattach for the nose close. The canopy can be opened by simply lifting up and closed with a The crew leather can be applied onto the fuselage like so. The pilot can be inserted into the cockpit. Note that you have to push down on the pilot to make him fit snugly into the seat so that the canopy can be closed. To change to in-flight mode, you will first have to remove the engine from the model. Removing the engine is simple. Simply grasp and pull to dislodge, or rather remove the engine. Do not attempt to pull out this section. Please note that you should not remove the cartridge without first removing the engine, because you will need to remove this part before releasing the die-cast metal cartridge. This part is removed simply by squeezing a little bit to release it from its position. Now, the reason why we have to remove this part first is because this piece of plastic is fragile, and as you can see, if the larger part is removed before this, it will cause this part to bend and therefore break. So please be careful to remove this part first. Now you can safely remove the entire cartridge and swap it out with the gear up cartridge. Locate the connecting positions and press down to secure the fit. It will not drop. Now you can proceed to do the reverse and attach back this part with the arrestor hook. Again, you can achieve the connection by locking it in. And finally, find the keyway and the key on the model and position the engine back in to fit. Now you can also change out the engine nozzle from the open position to the closed position by simply removing this part and exchanging it with the engine nozzle that is closed. You can further change out the speed brakes by first tilting the horizontal stabilizers to give you enough room to remove these parts. And in turn swap them with the open position parts. Now you'll notice that when you got your model, this nozzle comes with this ring. Now this ring is meant to be attached to the engine when it is out of the model. The engine comes with this part that is supposed to be part of the aircraft. So simply remove this part again, finding the keyway and attaching that to the key. You can then display the engine on the dolly by balancing it. Remember to remove this part first before removing this part. Attach it back via the anchor points. Reposition the part. You can squeeze it to lock it back in place. Thank you for your attention. We hope this set of instructions will help you to put your Ultimate Viper together, as well as to experience all the different options that you can display your model in. If there's any other further questions, please feel free to leave them in the comment sections and we'll get back to you as soon as we read them. Thank you once again for your support of Calibre Wings Ultimate Vipers. Until next video, stay safe, happy collecting, and I'll see you soon.